We went through the carburetors, cleaned them all up again, adjusted everything. Didn't find anything really bad, just a little crud in the carburetors. So we're going to try a test ride and see how it goes. Give it a little gas this time when you start it. Wow, that is the world's shortest test ride. Something majorly is happening. Look at that, look at that. That's not him. Okay, sometimes test rides fail. I don't think it's carburetor. Don't turn it off. Don't turn it off. Let me have this. It's even failing there. Okay, that's what we call a bad test ride. Well, yesterday's test ride on this bike was a complete disaster. If you go back 2 or 3 videos, you'll see where we did a beautiful test ride. But yesterday, this one just sort of fell apart. Client left, came back about 15 minutes later, bike was running terribly. I'll show you some of the stuff I've done in the meantime, and frankly, we're still working on it, trying to figure out what happened. So, life is not all flowers. Sometimes, not so good. Well, I'm draining the gas again. Got good flow out of this petcock. Draining the gas out of this petcock, looks good. I went through all these wires, they're all disconnected now, so they look terrible. But everything looks healthy. I will reconnect them all and double check all the connections. The rectifier looks okay, it's the old-fashioned kind, but it tests okay. I put a meter on it, it tests okay. These brand new 6-volt coils test okay. They're not shorted out, have good continuity. I double checked the Zener diode in here. It's just fine. Checked it with the meter. So I don't like it. It's an old-fashioned one. I prefer a new solid state, but what the heck, it works. Here's the wire box hanging on the side. It looks good. It's held down with a big, nice bit of silicone on the battery case. My tie was just there to hold it in place while the silicone dried, so it's not going anywhere. Yesterday we went through the carburetors again. Did a little bit of grunge in them, but we cleaned them out. I'll do that again. This morning I did a compression test. I have a good 95 pounds on either side. I'd like to have 100, but it's a 95 pounds. That's even exactly on both sides, so that's good enough. Later on, I will check the valves, make sure they've got good clearances. Right now, I'm just sort of thrashing around, trying to figure out what on earth could be causing the problem. Good compression, clean the carbs, wiring good. Gasoline, the client had just put in brand new gasoline when the bike started running bad. So I'm going to drain all this gas out and throw it away and put in fresh gas and try that and see what happens. The client left here with a bike that was running really nicely. They all agreed, boy, it runs great. Went and bought gas, made a few miles down the road, and it started hiccuping and running like poop, and brought it back. When I got it here, I thought it was a petcock problem, and I cleaned the petcocks, ran the bike, and same thing happened. Get up over 2,500 RPM, and the bike just runs terrible. So that's where we are. I'm searching, thrashing, trying to find something. Worst comes to worst, I'll swap out the whole ignition system. I can do that. I have a spare. I have several spares, brand new ones. So that's the next thing we're going to do if putting fresh gas in it doesn't seem to solve the problem. New ignition system. We'll see. Just don't know. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes it rains.